Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Vechain right now. But once again, thank you for your support across this channel. I really do appreciate everything that you do. I really do appreciate all the really nice comments that you leave on these videos. I try to go through each one and reply and like them and everything as well, which takes quite a lot of time because there's quite a lot of comments. But thank you, honestly, thank you for sharing the videos. Sharing is caring, everything that you do, okay? Really do appreciate it. I wish I could meet all of you in the street. We'll have a big CoinsKid party at the end of all this on a yacht somewhere. And we'll all just have a laugh and get drunk and jump in the sea. It's all good. It's all good. So yeah, diving into Vechain right now, it is still a thing of beauty. I told you yesterday that potentially you're looking at this rollover, a little minor correction, and you want to look at the 20 EMA as a fantastic entry zone to sort of get back involved with Vechain if you're not necessarily involved. And so far so good. It's holding really well. It's looking really strong. So right now then, we did go up and we were a little bit shy of our previous target, as I remember. We like 19 point something, but we did get up there. This is the all-time high right now, so that's good, which is currently 19 cents and 0.51708, that sort of area. So it's good. We're marching onwards and upwards, okay? And like I said to you numerous times, this little rollover is perfectly healthy, and we do need to see that because sometimes you get a little bit overextended, you know, and when you do start to get overextended, you roll over in it, and then you get that larger correction, and then it sort of consolidates to allow the market to catch up with it. One indicator that I've always told you about is this particular indicator here. When you see that the red line is so far away from the yellow line, i.e. that's over 14%, right? So when it's sort of over 11, roughly 11 plus, then that's a good indicator that you're going to go sideways. So do remember that, okay? Because that happens quite a lot. Look, it goes about 11% plus, and look what happens. It rolls over. And that was actually a double top just there. And we'll just have a look here, because you might have formed a double top here. Yeah, a little bit of a double top. So basically this is a really easy trade, okay? So what happens is you've got this support there. Do you see that? You've gone up, you've made a high, you rolled over, you got support, and you've gone up and you made a second high, which was lower. So effectively it's almost kind of a descending triangle, so to speak. So it's a little pattern, or a double M top. There's all sorts of patterns that you can spot, okay? And this is a very tradable event right here. This is a very tradable event to go short. And hopefully, I'm just going to measure it in a moment, hopefully we have actually carried that correction out. So from there to there, okay, yeah, you can see, look, boom, bang on, look where it wicked down to, okay? So that was a good short. So if you trade in, do anticipate that double top. I know it's not pretty, but what it is, it sort of goes up, make a high, roll over, fails to make another high, and corrects, okay? And when it loses the level of support, which is in the middle, you see that where it touched base twice, it bounced there, went back up, and then lost it, you've got a fantastic short opportunity. And you can always set your target from the peak to the neckline of the support, okay? And then it drops, look, boom, take profit, and it's bounced back up off that yellow line. And again, it's confluence at the fact that it's holding the yellow line. So right now, one key area that you need to keep an eye on is this area here, because what happens is it acts as support, falls through, comes back up, acts as resistance. So right now, this is another tradable event, because what you've got is this key level of resistance right here. Do you see this at 0.17897220? Okay, so if Vechain fails to get through that, you'll start to see it hitting its head, and then you'll enter a level of consolidation, just like you did kind of down here, where you rolled over and you just sort of hitting your head on a level of resistance, okay, and you just sort of went sideways. But if Vechain can get through that level and you see it close above that level, then it will take out that high, because it's a reversal pattern. Just like that is a reversal pattern of going up, it's a reversal pattern going the other way as well when it breaks it. It's like a mirror. Do you see that? So again, what you would do if you broke that is just open a nice little long position there to the previous all-time high, where I would imagine it would smash it out, because Vechain's so strong and we are in a bull market. So that would be a nice little 6% trade in itself if you break that level of support. Do you get me? That level of resistance, I do apologise. If you break that level of resistance at 0.71897220, okay, go long. Have a little set profit, take profit set, okay, because you're looking at a 6.21% trade right there, and it will hit its head and obviously come back and then have another go at it, but you could just leave it open. But again, this is a really key area of resistance, and hopefully fall back on it as support. So do keep an eye on that that target there. So far so good. You've corrected, you've come down, you've sort of made a little corrective wave here, and you've bounced off this yellow line, and you can see that the yellow line's starting to creep up. And what happens, like I've told you so many times, is this yellow line creeps up and this keeps testing it, okay, for support. It forces the push, okay, and you can see what you might potentially start doing is forming some kind of ascending triangle the more you sort of do this. Do you see that? You've got all sorts of little patterns in patterns, okay? If you look close enough, you can see them, and hopefully get that pop out, because if you don't get that pop out, you've actually got a target of something like that if you was to lose it, okay? So you can see that if you lost it, you'd potentially be rolling over and losing the EMA, okay? So do keep an eye on this ascending triangle type pattern as this EMA creeps up and forces it to break out, because if you do lose it, then potentially you're going to look at a 55 EMA retest as this starts to creep up as well, okay? So it's something to keep an eye on. Hopefully we get the pump to the upside. I don't see why we wouldn't, because we are in a bull market. Vechain is really strong for more continuation, but these rollover events are really tradable and fantastic entry zones as well. You know, look at that for an entry zone right there where it wicked off that 20 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame there. It pumped up almost 6.83% there. So it's looking good. It's looking good, but you can see it's hit its head on resistance there. Let me remove that for you. You can see it's hitting it as resistance. You see that? Because resistance, okay, you fall on it as support, but once you lose it as support, you do see yourself hitting it back as resistance. Do you see that? So once you get through that as resistance, you will see that back test of support. So do keep an eye on that particular target right there, right now. Okay, that's your target that you do need to break. And the more you hit it resistance, the more you're going to sort of get rejected. It rolls over and then potentially fall back and test this yellow line, which is the 20 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame. So that's basically Vechain. But what I'm going to do now is target a bit of a retracement, okay, as well. Say we are retracing from this impulsive wave right here. As we start to retrace, I can see it already just from looking at it, that retracement is actually quite high. So potentially, you know, if you do start to see yourself roll over and fail to break that level of resistance, which is 0.7897220, if you do keep failing to break that, then you will start to retrace more. So what you do, because you've hit a top just there, okay, you've hit that top, that's your swing high, and you go down to your previous swing low. So you can see that was a swing high, swing low, okay, formed a base, then went up in a new impulsive wave, formed a swing high, and it's coming back down, it's retracing, okay, it's retracing, it's called retracing. It's perfectly normal and perfectly healthy. But as it does come back down, like I said to you, it's bounced off of 0.236, which is a really strong trend, and you want to see that. If it bounces off there and keeps going, wow, you're looking at a new really good impulsive wave, okay? Because I can tell you straight off the bat exactly what that is. That is, if this is the bottom now and you're forming the next impulsive wave, I can give you a price prediction off the bat, but don't take it as fact, because you do need to see this correct, hold, and then impulse, okay? Create the impulsive wave. So effectively, that's your swing high. So that's your next price target, basically, for Vechain. If and it's a big if, because it might not have corrected completely at the moment, but if it has and it's formed a new impulsive wave off that 0.236 retracement, you're looking at that price prediction right there at the 1618 extension, because it's bounced off the yellow line. Do you remember that? And that's at 0.20 cents basically. But that's if it's formed the next impulsive wave. I do want to make you aware of that, because at the moment, you know, you're sort of hitting your head on that resistance of that double top. Do you remember that we spoke about earlier in the video? So I'm going to try to keep you aware of everything in the channel, okay? I'll show you all little trades that we can do going forward. So at the moment, if it does start to lose this 0.236, which is at 0.7283, okay? If it does start to lose it, you start to see it roll over and obviously lose the support of the EMAs, then do target the 0.50 as a really, really good entry point. And like I said to you, that could potentially see that rollover and a test of the 55 EMA as it creep up, because this is a really, really rock solid level of support, okay? And there'll be a lot of bids there. All right, you'll see a lot of bids there. So if it does start to roll over, do set some bids in there, because I would imagine that it would sort of roll over, get the bounce there and come back up, and you're looking at a nice little trade there, a nice little long trade from there, around 23% to the local high, well, the all-time high, so to speak. And again, full transparency, if you do see it start to roll over even more and it loses that level, then this is the key area that it can't lose, okay? It can't lose that area there, which is the golden ratio, the 0.618. So you can't see Vechain lose 0.147, okay? Because if it does, then you're not forming that retracement, you're forming a reversal wave, and you're potentially coming back down to this low here at 12 cents. And that's basically it, okay? So do keep an eye on that in your charts. But so far, so good. Hopefully, we've retraced down to the 0.236, which is a really, really good trend, a really good level to retrace back to. It shows enormous strength, okay? We've carried out that sort of double top rollover M pattern with a reverse. That's done. We've bounced off to 20 EMA on the 4 hourly time frame now, and we're marching on. But yeah, you do need to get through that level of resistance right there at 0.789. Okay, but so far so good. It's all golden. Okay, I don't want to worry anybody. I'll always be transparent with you. Vechain is a beast. It's a bear moth, and it's having these lovely little levels of consolidation and a sort of retracement and corrections. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Marching onwards and upwards. But again, you know, if you're not involved, don't buy the tops. Always buy the retraces and sell high, buy low sort of thing, you know. So at the minute, you can see that it's actually retraced all the way down. Roughly 10% it's corrected, okay. But now it seems, hopefully, to have found a bit of a base off this 20 EMA, and it's starting to march on. And if it does, it's amazing how strong that trend is. Okay, so you can sort of look at previous retracements as well. So that high down to there was roughly 14%. Okay, so you can see this one here as well. This one, when it retraced from that high down to there, that was 19%. So you can see the retracements are actually depleting. So that's 20%, 15% did we say, and then 10%. So you can see that it's really strong. But I would imagine that if it does go on now, you sort of will be looking at sort of distinguished sort of impulsive waves where it'll go on, and then you are looking at that sort of longer level of consolidation perhaps, because that's what happens. It goes up, it gets extinguished and sort of runs out of fuel. Okay, and that's basically it. So do take care, everyone. Trade carefully, and hope I've answered a few questions there. But so far, so good. It's holding support really well on onwards and upwards. And obviously, I've given you them little bit of exuberant price predictions there, based on if this is the next impulsive wave being formed. So do take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.